Hi friends, how are you? By blessings of God, you are doing well. So this is Dr. Arthanjana, faculty member, PG Department of Business Management, Fakinwan University, Vasavyar, Balasore, Odisha. Friends, once again I am welcoming to all of you to your channel, to my channel, Dr. A.B. Agenda classes. So friends, you have already known from the thumbnail, आज का discussion क्या है? Friends, we are going to discuss the what is the basic difference between NBFC and the bank, I mean the commercial bank. So far as today discussion is concerned, so today discussion will be very useful and fruitful, particularly that is the semester examination. So far as that is the financial institution and markets paper is there, or the bank management paper is there. So that's why the today discussion will be very useful. And today's discussion will be very useful and fruitful, and other related exam, I mean that is the UGC NET JRF, as well as that is assistant professor examination. So that's why today discussion will be very useful and fruitful. So friends, ये छोटा सा video content, don't skip the video from beginning to till end. You watch, so definitely you will get the more basis of comparison point, I mean the more features with respect to the comparison between that is the NBFC and the bank. So friends, so without losing our valuable time, golden time, let's start today's discussion, the basic difference between NBFC and bank. So friends, during the discussion, if in mismatch or gap you find, can give your valuable comment and suggestion in the comment section. So friends, the first one, basis of comparison point A, meaning. So what is the meaning of NBFC? So friends, NBFC stands for non-banking financial company. So NBFC is a financial institution which is registered under the Companies Act that provides the banking services like loans, advances, investment without getting the banking license. But the meaning of bank, so a bank is a financial institution that accepts the deposits from the public and provide the loans to the individuals and the businesses. So second one, it's the incorporation or the registration. So NBFC is incorporated or registered under the Companies Act. So it's the old Companies Act 1956 or the new Companies Act 2039, मतलब that is 2013. But a bank is incorporated or registered according to the, so friends, you have to remember Banking Regulation Act 1949 or RBI Act 1800, sorry, it's 1934. So friends, in 1934. So next one, basis of comparison point, it's the banking license. So banking license is not required to a NBFC, but banking license is required, I mean the most to a bank. So next one is demand deposit. So NBFC does not accept the demand deposits, but a bank accepts the demand deposits from the customers. So issue of a check. So NBFC does not issue the check to the customer, but a bank issues a check to customers. So next one, basis of comparison point. So friends, interest rates. So interest rates of NBFC are more flexible as compared to banks, but interest rates of a bank are regulated by the central bank, I mean the RBI. So next one, basis of comparison point, friends, it's क्या है, foreign investment. Foreign investment is up to 100% with respect to the NBFC, but foreign investment is up to 74% with respect to banks. Next one, friends, the payment system. NBFCs are not part of the payment system, but banks are the part of the payment system. So next one, friends, so it's the primary focus. So the primary focus of NBFC on specialized lending to the customers, but bank focuses on general banking. So friends, some examples of NBFC and some examples of bank. So the examples of top NBFC in India are the Bajaj Finance Limited, Shriram Finance Limited, Muthoot Finance Limited, Tata Capital Limited, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, HDB Financial Services Limited, Choromandalam Investment and Finance Company Limited, LIC Housing Finance Limited, etc. So here also the Power Finance Corporations and Geo Financial Services Limited. So these are the examples of NBFC, means so they are providing the financial services to the clients, I mean the customer. The examples of commercial banks, Okay, so are the public sector banks. So these are State Bank of India, Punjab. So it's PNB, Punjab National Bank, Bank of India. It's in the central bank, etc. So friends, so there are 12 public sector banks. I mean the nationalized bank. I mean the government bank in India. Then the private sector banks, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, foreign banks. Some foreign banks are Citibank, Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC Bank. So RRB is also, so the examples of bank. So here friends, so here, next it's a, so far as the mandatory, it's a, the, so that is the commercial banks has to maintain what is this, that is the CRR as well as the SLR, but NBFC does not maintain the requirement, I mean the cash reserve ratio as well as SLR. So friends, what is this, the cash reserve ratio? So CRR is a certain percentage of cash that all banks must keep with the RBI as the deposit. The maintenance of a minimum cash reserve with the RBI by a commercial bank is an important instrument to control the credit as well as, so CRR also ensures the banks the stability and protects the depositor money. So what is this friends? So it's a, आइए एक एग्जाम्पल लेके डिस्कशन करेंगे. सपोज दे आर द, सो दे आर द कस्टमर्स. सो कस्टमर्स डिपॉजिट अमाउंट कितना है 100 crore and it's the bank, so bank will accept the deposits. And here suppose when the CRR rate is 4%, so always the CRR rate is variable, so CRR rate will be fixed by, that is the RBI, I mean in India, Reserve Bank of India. So here what is this, so bank is supposed to keep how much, that is the CRR rupees 4 crore with the RBI. So remaining amount, I mean 100 crores minus 4 crores, it's a 96 rupees 96 crore the balance amount. So this will be available for the loans and advances to the customer. So friends, I am hopeful that now it clear. So next one friends, what is this, that is the statutory liquidity ratio, it's a SLR. So SLR is the mandatory, that is the minimum percentage of deposit, I mean what is this, net demand and time liability, so NDTL. So friends, you have to remember for the semester exam, that is the full form, I mean the abbreviation. So this will be helpful. What is the full form? SLR, statutory liquidity ratio, CRR, cash reserve ratio. So here that the commercial banks must maintain in safe liquid assets. So what are the liquid assets? Cash, gold, government approved securities. So easily, so this can be converted into cash before lending to the customer. So SLR ensures bank to have the enough liquidity to meet the customer withdrawal demands and restricts the excessive lending. So examples of SLR, आइए एक एग्जाम्पल लेके डिस्कशन करेंगे. इफ बैंक हैज NDTL is how much? It's rupees 100 crore. So here RBI sets the SLR is kitna 18%. So bank must maintain how much? Rupees 18 crores in liquid assets. I mean the bank will invest in gold and other, that is the government approved securities. So here what is the basic difference between the SLR and CRR? So CRR is CRR which is kept by the RBI in cash, whereas SLR liquidity assets are held by the bank themselves in where liquidity assets. So friends, I am hopeful that, so what is the meaning of SLR as well as CRR, now very clear. So concluding remarks, so a bank is a financial institution that receives the deposits from the customers and makes or provides the loans to the customer. Then here the bank will charge the interest on loan amount. Similarly, the bank will give the interest on deposit amount. So banks are regulated by the national government or central bank in various countries. So far as that is in India is concerned, so RBI regulates all the banks in India. So commercial banks and NBFC both provide the financial services to their clients, but banks are authorized to accept the demand deposits. So friends, so these are the examples. So demand deposits, savings bank, that is the current account. So these are coming under the demand deposits and are part of the payment system. NBFC focuses on specialized loans such as what? that is the vehicle loans, infrastructure, etc., and that have more flexible and faster lending process. So NBFCs do not offer the checkbook or the demand deposits. So friends, so these are all about today's discussion. So friends, I am hopeful that now so you have enjoyed a lot from this video content. So friends, again I am requesting to all of you, if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly you subscribe it, kindly you share it, kindly you forward it. So friends, again we will meet in another video. So thanks a lot to all of you for watching this video content.